Hey, what up, tubers? It's your boy Scotty Z coming at you with another EVT video. Today's video, we're going to be doing some front brakes. Found a caliper that was bad. We just finished up with ladder inspections, and I was going to turn this one loose, and just so happened to look down and see a whole bunch of metal flake on the right steering hub. And come to find out, when I pulled it all apart, there was no brake lining left. It was eating into the rotor. And then the driver's side, the pads were almost brand new. So did a little brake test, and as you'll see in the video, and the left side, driver's side caliper wasn't adjusted anymore. So let's get into it. Okay, so I was just up here working on this turbo boot. I was putting it back on. And by the way, if anybody out there has had similar problems, it's a Cummins ISM. The turbo boot keeps coming off. And is there such thing as like overboost? I don't know. Maybe it's just the clamps that we were using. But I double clamped it this time. And it's pretty deep off on there. It's like right to there, and then this section at the turbo is like right there. So let's see if it lasts this time. But anyways, I digress. Let's get back to the brakes. So yeah, I was checking out that boot, and then I just happened to look down and notice all of this metal flake. And at that moment, that's when I knew you done messed up, Aaron. Well, you know, it's bad. It's like, damn it. And it looks like the brake pad came apart from the metal on this side, and it looks like it completely chewed up. Somebody got their money's worth out of those pads. No, but for real, I'll have to take a look at this, because it's got decent meat still here on this side. I have to look at my slide pins. I'm gonna go ahead and go start the order process on the rotors and shoes, or pads, I'm sorry. And once we get this caliper off, we'll see if we need to order a caliper, or maybe just get some pins or grease, what have you. There we go. Just gonna back this off. Get your clicks, a lot of clicks, till your pistons retract all the way. You'll get to a point where this thing doesn't want to click anymore, and don't force it, or you'll break it, and you'll definitely be buying a new caliper. Right there. That's all the way back. Yeah, it's not supposed to look like that. That's bad. Interesting. I've really seen it all fall apart like that before. Seems like the slide pads are looking, or the glide pins, they're not filled jammed up or nothing. Okay, here we are on the other side. We're gonna take this apart and see if it just crumbles apart like the other side did. It looks kind of jacked up. Obviously, anyone that's probably watching these videos probably already knows. You replace stuff in sets, and just do just one. Need to put some gloves on too. Alright, let's see if this fall apart. Huh? Oh, you know what? Maybe this side caliper isn't working, or the brake chamber is not working. Because look, these pads, the meat on them still looks almost brand new. So maybe this thing was been stopping on only using the right side brakes the whole time. Slide pins seem to be moving all right. Probably gonna need to jump in the truck and hit the brakes, see if these things adjust out. So as you guys can see here, each time I hit the brake pedal, those pistons are coming out, but then they're sucking back in. So every time you hit the brake pedal, it should be adjusting and staying in the outward position, pushing on that brake pad. But as you can see, they go back in, and it looks like we have a filled caliper. Can you believe it? Napa actually had a part in stock. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull off these brake chambers. Just verify that the push rod is extending, working, make sure there's the spring's not broken, make sure that everything inside of the brake can is copacetic? I don't know. I think it's copacetic. I think it's the right word. Is it even the right word? I heard it in a movie once. Okay, spring isn't broken. Just gonna have someone hit the brakes for me. Okay. Go ahead. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They're coming out the same. That's brake camber. That's a grower, not a shower.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Definitely. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna do what Omar was suggesting. I thought it'd be a good experiment, try to figure it out. I'm gonna get my air pressure up to 100, at least 100 psi, and then I'm going to probably step on the brakes about 10 times, full pushes, and then measure the caliper cylinders and see one is sticking out further than the other. So, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since we're down to 60 psi, we'll go ahead and go check them right now. Pretty cool. I'm glad I did what he suggested. That's why it's always good to have, you know, others, great mechanics surrounding you, bounce ideas off of, make you think of things that you wouldn't normally think of. So shout out to Omar. Kudos to him. Check this out. All right, this one is literally measuring not even, like almost a 1/4 inch sticking out. Go to this other side. Look at that gap. You can already see with 5 pumps it's 1/2 inch sticking out. So another shot for comparison there. That's the right side, which ate up the brakes. This is the driver's side and left side caliper, which aren't even coming out really anymore. Caliper's filled. Alright, we're gonna pull up this 10 millimeter Allen. It's down here, right there. So it's a fun one to get. Yep, just loosen it up. I'm gonna get my battery ratchet on it. I forgot to mention that the Allen bolt does have a washer with it, and it's a fairly unique washer for this, so don't lose it. Okay, so this is typically how I do it. I usually just get a 4-jack, put some pressure upon it. My leg to kind of hold it. So I should have the jack turn more parallel. back a little bit. Grab it. Pull that out. This will be almost as hand tight. This. Pull this off. I can put it in a clean piece of cardboard or a clean rag. You're gonna need something. First off, you can kind of just waddle this front bearing out. Pick up on it. Pick up on it a couple more times. Slide out to that point. And we'll drop some more fluid on our jack here. It's a brand new jack. That's alright. That's alright. It'll clean up. Pressure on the jack. Slide it back. There we go. At this point, probably like, why don't you just pick it up? But you're gonna pick it up now. Could lower down, huh? There we go. Okay, now you prevent some heavy lifting. Okay, got our rotor flipped up on its studs. We'll take our wheel seal out. Compared to the other wheel seal they gave me, I'm not sure it's the right one. The one that they gave me, 370048A. Looks to be the correct one. Yes, sir. Okay, that's done. Seal out, take the bearing out, flip it back over, and this is where two 2x4s come in handy. It's two 2x4s, so that your hub doesn't touch the ground. It doesn't really matter when you're taking them apart, but it'll be easier when you're together with it. It'll be lifted up off the ground. Good. Go. Alright, we're going to separate the rotor from the hub. 14. sure there's no pitting, scarring. It's very clean. It's good. I want to get some gear oil to lubricate that before I put my wheel seal in. Okay, I need to find the proper installer for this wheel seal. Okay, next I'm gonna flip this up. I'm gonna put some gear oil in the cavity, and then we will install the rotor on the axle after I clean the axle up. I'm going to do the same thing with my front bearing, inspect it and clean it. Okay, so what we're dealing with on that axle is a Pro Torx nut, alright, so made by Stemco. If you don't have the literature, you can get the number. It's going to be engraved on like this area of the nut. What I always do is what is recommended on this page is symbol, tighten to set the seal at 200 foot-pounds and back off, set it to 50 foot-pounds, and then based on the nut it gives you quarter, back off quarter turn, or a six return. If you remember, when we were taking that off, that thing was just hand tight. I could literally take it off with my hand. So yeah, that final torque is not going to be very tight at all, but just remember to set your seal with that 200 foot-pounds. Okay, this socket is a 3 3/4 inch socket. Pick mine up on Amazon. You want to rotate. Okay, you're tightening this down. 200. Rotate. Go again. Rotate. Go again. Okay. Alright, we're going to back this off. Okay. We're going to set our torque wrench to 50 foot-pounds. Same type of thing. 50, flip, rotate. Okay. Then we're going to usually back it off about a quarter of a turn. Like an eighth of a turn. just a little movement. Set your locking clip back in. Say so. I won't go nowhere. Find another lock washer. Obviously, you guys know, man, you don't have to work it down too much. Just snug it up. Sit, you know, finds its way into the cavity, so it fills it up all the way. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and clean up our rotor here, get all the oils off of it. Okay, now that we've got the caps out, got another Allen bolt in there we gotta take out. I think the chances are gonna be a 14. It is a 14. Same size that we use to take the hub off. Okay. Milwaukee has failed me.
You trusted me. And I failed you.
Gotta get the air cat. Slide pencil feel good. Guys up. Got this guy in from the top here. Don't like that this side doesn't have a protective boot. Fine, and I don't have anything else in the box. Okay, so I actually had stopped this video because when I found that the brake calipers didn't have 2 dust covers, only had the 1. I went and started doing research and trying to figure out if I needed to get a different caliper, because just having one dust cover on there is gonna cause premature failure, I believe, in that slide pin. So I went as far as contacting Sins Martin, and my parts lady that works over there is super good. She went and checked and verified that I have the correct caliper, the same ones that they use apparently, same kit number and everything. So, and then I even went as far as having our Napa parts. They contacted Bendix themselves, and they said that that's the new style, and that would work fine. And I'm sure it will work fine for a little while, but eventually I feel like that slide pin's gonna fail. If anybody has any information on a good part number that will work, please let me know. I have seen other YouTube videos online of this one guy, Johnson Aviation is his channel, where he shows that it looks like the style that I have currently is an old style, and that there's a Gen 2, Gen 3 that has the second boot. So I don't know, everything he's telling me that I got what's gonna work, so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and install them. I don't know how this, so it comes with one cover for this side, right? That's fine.
Yeah.
But then this side has nothing. Like
I thought it was a plug.
Yeah, there's like this little plug here.
Like a metal plug, like a little cap.
Yeah, and if you put it in like this way, if you put it in this way, whenever it comes back, it pushes it out. So like, oh, okay, well maybe I just put it in like this
Definitely
way.
not.
Well, it kind of works.
What does the picture say? It's on the picture.
Is it on the picture?
Yeah, it's in the picture.
It's like this.
It's in that picture.
And then what? Like put like a little body plug in there or something?
No.
I guess it's not gonna work like that, huh?
No.
Nor Burmese, nor whatever. Yeah, it shows that one plug going in. That first way I put it on.
Because technically, it's not gonna be banging up against it because it's gonna be going in, not coming out.
Yeah. So it needs to go in like this.
Yeah.
But then you still have a hole there, so should I put like a little body plug in there or something?
Nah.
Just leave it like that,
Just leave it how the instructions said. So that way it said, I followed it per the instructions. I reassembled it.
Yeah.
And then that way...
It only lasted a year. Why is that? Because it's seized up.
Why is that? That's all they have. That way you can say, hey man, I followed the instructions and
Followed it by the letter of the law.
yeah.
By these IKEA picture instructions.
But I can see where it looks like it'll fall out, right?
Yeah.
Go back, I was gonna say don't do that. I was like, go back in. Suck it in. All right, now push it back out like that. No, but without doing that. Like push it in like this. So you had it. All right, now push it in without touching that. Push it in.
The caliper?
Yeah. Okay, so it's gonna fall out. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, it just depends on like where you put the pads in. Like it might be like this point, and like you said, it's gonna like slowly go in.
Hey man, you did the best you could by putting your assembling per instructions. That's all you can do. So
It's a world to come to. Just want to do quality work, and you give me crap to put together.
you gotta watch that speed episode.
Is it about that?
Kind of. What it is that for example, he showcases some adjustable wrenches, right? They were like $15 back in 1975, and then he'll compare it to the same price of wrenches now,
Yeah.
like Craftsman, but to be equivalent to the 1975, you have to adjust it to today's inflation.
Hey, shout out to Pumphrey. He was all that was good with Donut. He was the reason I started watching Donut videos. Now he's killing it on the Speed channel. Go check him out.
Back then probably was better too.
Yes, but you were paying for that, quality.
Yeah.
Same thing today. You get a bunch of cheap stuff because they're giving you options. That's what this is. It's an option of the cheaper.
And then you have parts people that don't know better. So then we have to go take it upon ourselves to
Find it.
find the right stuff.
Yeah.
So eventually I'll probably end up, one of us will end up doing this job again once we figure out what the right part number is.
Yeah. And it could be possible that Melissa doesn't know because she's not Bobby. And it could be possible that the guy that they're calling doesn't know because they're Scott. You know, not you, but the other Scott. They're two Scotts talking to each other.
Yeah.
And so that's all the word you can get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I figured I'd leave this clip in here just because it shows the importance of communicating with your fellow mechanics, bouncing ideas off of them back and forth, coming up with some type of solution. So
I was texting Adam yesterday, but he kind of stopped responding because I'm wondering if him or like someone more experienced, seasoned would be like, no, that's the wrong one. You need to go back and find the right one.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that this is the style that they stock right now, but they just don't know any better.
Yeah.
But like a seasoned mechanic would have been like, no, go back and get so and so number, blah blah blah.
Give them this part number, they still make it.
Yeah.
That's where you will have to find your own part number.
Yeah. Okay, so both of these are good and tight. Pins are looped up. Let's go put this one on. Usually I start two of these, two top ones, and then I'll locate that bottom Allen bolt. Sure. Put the washers on, especially with that lower Allen one, because if you don't, it'll find itself into that rotor. So some guys say to do this one first. I've had decent luck doing it third. Okay, starting with the bottom two ones. And we're going for this hole right here. Usually use the jack to give it some support. And you can kind of rock this thing back and forth until it starts. I think I got lucky. I think it's just started there. Sometimes you gotta give that jack a little bit extra pressure. So I'll just slowly rotate this. See if it grabs. I don't think it's grabbed yet. Okay, yeah, it grabbed. Right. We'll just snug that one up. That one's located. It should be pretty easy to get the rest of these in here. We'll put the brake chamber on so that we can put this last mounting bolt in that holds the brake chamber hose bracket. Okay, so what I'd like to do now is go ahead and build up my air pressure, kind of do the same test we did before when we were testing the bad caliper, see if those plungers kick out. Okay, so just for reference here, driver's side is about 1/4 inch. Okay, keep an eye on our pressures. 1 push, full. 2 push, full. 3 push, full. 5. Okay, definitely adjust it out. Almost 1/2 inch. And the other side is right almost at 1/2 inch again. Yes, sir. Now we'll go ahead and put our pads in and adjust the brakes. On this one, I've always been taught to, after you install the brakes, tighten your adjuster down and then back off 2 clicks. Usually do the outside because it likes to spring back over. Hold it over. Go. There it goes. Do a brake adjustment on it. Tighten it until it stops. In this case, stopped quickly. Try to get 2 pops. Clicks. 1. Okay, it won't go another one. So okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the other side and put the wheels on, torque the nuts, and then we'll take it on a test drive. Okay, since I'm fixing to go ahead and put these tires back on, I'm gonna go ahead and clean these brake rotors one more time. Make sure all that debris, all those oils are out of there. There's an AC test question for this, and an AVT one as well when bar and brakes. I've heard 30, 30, 30, and I've heard 25 miles an hour, hold down the brake for 5 or 10 seconds, and then let the brakes cool down in between for at least 30 seconds. I don't remember what the actual answer is. As long as you're varnishing, I usually get the press at about 45, and then hold down the brakes pretty good, and then let them cool down for at least 30 seconds. And then we have this nice hill here. Put it in neutral, off the parking brake, and make sure it holds on a 20% grade. It does. But I didn't do rear brakes anyways, I did front brakes. But it still does what it's supposed to be doing, so that's a good sign. You also don't want to do this when there's vehicles behind you. Like now, I have a vehicle behind me. I don't want to slam on my brakes, although we are coming up to a school zone. Might be a good opportunity to slow it down a bit. So I'm going 40 miles an hour right now. I'm going to go ahead and slow it down. Alright. Now I'm down to 20, 15. Still on, off. We're gonna try to go ahead and test this pull. Hit the brakes, see if it pulls. Not too bad. Feels pretty good. Pretty straight. Alright y'all, that's gonna pretty much do it for today's video. I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully you learned something, I learned something. If you're not learning something every day, then probably not doing something right. So, or you're a god. Anyways, let us follow the wolves. Lead the pack. Later.